You know what I said when my parents asked me if I wanted to be a model as a kid? I said, I don't want fat, ugly girls to hurt themselves thinking they gotta look like me.
That's nice of you.
I guess.
It's nice to be inside from the cold and rain.
It is. Although I really do like the rain.
You like the rain.
I love it. It forces all the assholes to stay inside.
It's cold in the tent, no?
Not when you have a living blanket of cats.
Oh, that's right. You're a cat lady. How many cats do you have?
At the moment, the ones I can touch with my hands, I have 5. There's about 3 wandering in the wastelands out here, but
The cats keep you warm in winter?
yeah, they really do. I wake up with cats all over me. It's like the most wonderful problem to have. I don't even lint roll anymore. I'm proud of my cat fur. I earned the nickname Crazy Cat Lady.
You've been in the streets now how long?
I think it's like a year. My relationship with time is still fuzzy, but thanks to Casio, I'm reconnecting. I might even reintegrate.
What do you see for the next year? It'll be a new year in a couple of days.
I mean, I'm trying to fundraise to get out to New York because that's where my son is and his dad, and I would love to be a part of my family again. I don't have very much out here. Not that I don't, you know what I mean. Family.
All your friends and connections are there?
No, I don't. I've never been there. I don't know anybody there except for my son. I can't say I know my son yet, but I know his dad. But that's my home with those 2 men. Can't imagine. I always used to say if there's anywhere in the world that anybody actually wanted me to be, I would be there in a heartbeat. And I found it, and I'm going. Knock on wood.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
It's terrifying.
Is it terrifying?
Yeah.
I think you touched on something there. And terrifying is probably the best word.
Because
I think living a straight life and doing what the rest of us do. You know, get a job, pay bills, pay taxes, live a straight life.
Not only that, but being a mom, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really give it up to all these ladies out here who are raising kids in tents and shit.
There's not a lot of that.
I met someone who was 3rd generation Skid Row. Like his grandmother was born out here or something.
Most people who are living in tents have lost their kids.
Well, of course, because
they're living in a tent.
But
and they're on drugs.
You know, yeah, right. I actually kind of excited to get sober. Like drugs are.
Are you gonna try to wean off of crystal meth?
Yeah, I'm sure I would do much better with a prescription for Adderall and like a good reason to live. So.
Have you tried to get clean before?
I dropped meth cold turkey twice. It's been like 7 years or so on my current bender, but.
How was it when you tried to get clean?
It wasn't that hard. Just smoke a lot of weed, stay busy. Staying busy is like my thing, so.
And how old is your son?
He's 3 years old. He just turned 3.
Yeah, 3-year-old will keep you busy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Woof. But I'm really excited about it.
You should be.
I would love to be a part of his life. Yeah.
You know, in all the interviews I've done, I've had very few mothers say they're going to pack up everything and go spend time with my kids.
You know, this is crazy.
And quit the drugs.
It's part of the crazy cat lady thing, but because of my relationship with my cats, I can't feel good about myself in any way, shape, or form if I'm not a part of my son's life. Because their mother teaches them how to be a cat. And I mean, if he's any part of me, which he's at least half me, he's gonna need me in his life to understand like why things are so.
Parents are important.
Especially mommy though. Well, for me, my mom was my best friend. She was everything. I still haven't dealt with how I feel about losing her. So I can't imagine him not really understanding truly what the word mommy means in a real sense. Like that's shitty. That's shitty behavior, and I hold myself to a higher standard. And I owe it to my mom. If she was alive right now, she would literally beat my ass for not being there for him. She wouldn't care about any of the drug use.
What is it that's kept you away for the 3 years?
Myself, I guess. Grieving my mother partially, drug use, of course, but I still haven't quite figured out exactly how to get out of my own way.
Is some of it just self-sabotage?
Yeah, or just being scared to like fill in my mom's shoes in a way, but we were literally the exact same shoe size, so that shouldn't be a problem. I just don't want to let him down. Because so far, I think I made the right decision by giving him up and letting him go to New York, where his dad has a big family, but I can't just keep going with my life knowing that a part of me is out there somewhere and I didn't do anything to contribute to that. Because I would have been lost without my mom. I gotta try.
The trait that I've seen in people who have been able to get away from this lifestyle is they have the self-worth to say, this is not acceptable for me. Living in a tent and rummaging around for drugs is not something I want in my life anymore. I think the reason that so many people are down here living in tents, rummaging around for drugs is because their self-worth is so low. They're broken. Their self-worth is broken.
I, fortunately, am completely self-centered, maybe even a little narcissistic. No, I'm kidding. My mother spoiled the shit out of me. She taught me how to spoil myself.
But that doesn't necessarily build self-worth,
But
self-esteem.
It's like standards of living. Like, I am not even comfortable living in a tent.
Yeah, I know.
Although I have a beautiful
But there are
10-man
still
tent
some
now.
people
It's like,
who came from good families.
yeah, I know. They still have
And
rich
yet
families
are
out there like trying
down
to
here
get them to
living in
come home
tents.
and be a part of their lives, but they would rather be out here garbage digging and...
Yeah, but if their self-worth, their self-esteem was intact, they would wake up one morning and say, what the fuck am I doing down here? Why am I living in a tent on the street? And do something to get their ass out of here. Why am I living in a tent on the street?
So far, I've noticed a lot of people out here just need like some mental help.
Yeah, well, mental health, self-worth,
Yeah.
it's kind of the same thing.
And honestly, not having my cell phone anymore, I miss my old therapist. Like, I want to go back into the area of working on my mental health and being a person, like a contributing member of society, indoors person who takes herself shopping and shit, who buys Christmas presents for her family and like pays taxes. It sounds exciting.
Those are esteem-building acts.
Sorry, what?
Those are esteem-building acts.
Yeah, and I've never actually done my own taxes. It's another thing that's terrifying, but you know what? Challenge accepted. I can't fucking wait. I can't wait. Mostly to take myself shopping again. I need to make sure that my shopping addiction is passed on to my son.
Could be worse addictions.
Absolutely. Like cats, cat hoarding? No. Yes.
And Kat, that's very exciting.
I just hope he's as excited about it as I am.
It's nice that your ex-boyfriend or the father of your child
He's not even my ex-boyfriend.
or the father of your child
Yeah, but he's...
wants you back.
I mean, I don't know if we're going that far with it. I really don't know. I don't know what to expect from it. He just is concerned that I'm living this lifestyle, and I took him in once upon a time when I owned a house and blah, blah, blah. And I don't think that he like thinks he owes me the same, but he gives a shit. He gives a fuck about me because I'm the other half of his pride and joy. And God bless him for that. I am so grateful. And I mean, obviously I'm not going to say how I feel about that part of it. Whether it gets romantic or not, I don't give a shit because he's the best dad that my son could ever have asked for. And I don't know, I hope I can like match those standards.
I can totally imagine you as a great mom.
Thank you. My cats think so too.
The cats are coming with you?
He said I could bring a few. I mean, we'll see. I'm bringing at least one.
Okay, it's not so bad.
Yeah. It's crazy having like a reason to live again though. Rediscovering fear and shit, that's kind of fun too, honestly.
When you have to do something that scares the crap out of you, adrenaline
Yeah,
can help you do it.
it really does.
When that moment comes,
Well,
that's what you don't factor in sometimes.
I thought that spiders were the only thing that scared the crap out of me, but I think like living, actually living, being a participating member of my life is something that I didn't know was scary, but I like facing my fears anyway, so it's like the whole thing behind theme parks, right? Roller coasters.
Courage is what's missing. So many of us seem to lack the courage to do what's required in a lot of situations.
I think it's sad that people say when you try to commit suicide you're cowardly, because that takes a lot of courage.
Shit, I couldn't do it.
But I mean, if you have enough courage to try that, why not just flip it around and try to live? Try to do the thing, have a little bit of fun. I mean,
I think suicide usually happens when there's something wrong mentally.
well,
It's not just that you're sad and your life sucks.
yeah, it's usually multiple.
Usually there's something else going on.
Yeah. And I made peace with that whole part of my soul. Now I just got to make peace with the part of me that still wants to live, I guess. No, I can't wait. I can't wait for my life to get peaceful and happy and boring. I've had enough interesting living.
No, where is this life going to take you? You're going to be 70 years old living on the streets?
Everywhere.
There's a couple of those out here
I know.
shuffling around with their shopping carts.
Honestly, though, well, I don't know. I thought I never wanted to be that old, but like, I kind of can't wait to be a grandparent. Like gray-haired and old and telling kids to get off my lawn and stuff. I can't wait to have a lawn again, too. I think I'm ready. I'm ready to start living again and turn all this, whatever this is, this darkness into like a better color.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'd like to check in with you again in a couple of years and see where you're at then.
Well, hopefully it's somewhere better than this.
No, it doesn't get much worse.
I don't know. Every time I say that, life proves me wrong. So only up from here. Onward and upward, forward.
That's so exciting. All right, Kat. I wish you all the luck in the world.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.